You know, being sober doesn't mean your troubles end. It just means there's a higher probability that you won't be causing any more trouble for yourself. And it gives you a fresh, clear view of what the problem actually is, instead of a haze or going through life in a fog. And for 30 years, I was on and off of antidepressants and anxiety medication, but I was also an alcoholic. And I was a self-admitted alcoholic from an early age. It was just acceptable in the area of the country that I lived and in the line of work that I was in, whether it was being a blue-collar guy or a musician in the early 90s and 2000s. It was a socially acceptable thing to be hungover very often. But since I've quit drinking, I haven't taken one medication at all. My blood pressure's perfect. I'm not anxious. My anxiety is gone. I'm not depressed. And I'm not an alcoholic anymore. I'm not practicing alcoholic behaviors. I'm enjoying life as a sober person. And I didn't even know if I was going to like who I was as a sober person. But I'm coming to terms with that. 4 years in, and I start noticing things like trees turning color. You know, those two trees right there are fucking beautiful. Did I see them before? Sure I did. Did I notice bees and plants and flowers and trees and animals? Absolutely I did. But I have a little bit different outlook on life. And I think that, you know, the haze and the fog is gone. But I have read something recently that says most or 40% of recovering or sober people relapse on average, 40%, that's not average, I guess, but the number 40%, they relapse after 4 years, which kind of scared me a little bit, but I'm pretty confident in my sobriety because I'm at that 4-year mark, and I have no intention of going back to being a drinker, being who I was pre-2020. But I don't know what caused what. Was it my anxiety and depression from childhood trauma creating my alcoholism? Or was I depressed and anxious because of my alcoholism? Or the other way around? Did I say that the right way? I don't know. But fresh, clear thoughts, ideas, and a clear vision of what your day is going to look like is much easier to tolerate, much easier to deal with. Sober without a hangover. So, if you watch the whole thing and this means anything to you, give me the guy in the sunglasses and a muscle and the guy there. And that way I'll know if you watched it or not. So, we'll see you later.